Hello YouTube, this is Michael. I'm also known as One Jewelry Guy on Etsy. I have an Etsy store and I've been collecting jewelry for about 4 years now. And I'm attempting to do my first jewelry jar on video. So without further ado, I just got off work. It's actually like around 12:30 midnight. I work in a I got a new job and I work in I would almost call it a drag queen club. So here's to drag queens. And I'm going to have this Smirnoff Ice while we do this because I'm tired and I'm thirsty. But let's get to the jar, and hopefully I can teach you some stuff that I've learned about jewelry, and hopefully there's some good things in this jar. All right, cheers. Let me open it up without further ado. I live in the Palm Springs Cathedral City area of California. We have several thrift stores that sell jewelry jars. A lot of times they're not very good, especially the Goodwill ones. I don't think I've ever gotten an outstanding jewelry jar at Goodwill. We have another thrift store called Angel View, and I've bought some jewelry jars there that were outstanding. And later on in my other videos where I can show my face, because I haven't learned how to use the camera yet, I'm going to actually show some of the finds that I got in those jewelry jars. I've gotten some amazing jewelry pieces, including 14 karat gold, some 1970s high designer pieces, anything from Chanel to Dior, etc. Blah blah blah. I don't have too much high expectations. This was $40, $39.99. All right, so let's start. And like I said, this is my first video, so just bear with me. I'll do the best I can. All right, so our first piece, I have all kinds of busts to show jewelry. I sell jewelry through garage sales and consignment stores as well. But I'm just going to do it like this because I know for sure the camera will show this. Okay, so this is a vintage looking gold chain necklace. It's not very heavy. It's light. It doesn't feel like it's a well-made piece. Although it does have some lovely characteristics. I wouldn't say it's a bad necklace. I think it's actually kind of nice. Very kind of glamorous. The right woman could wear that, definitely. Here's piece number 2. Doesn't look like there's too many tangles. This is a faux pearl disco ball sort of necklace. There's not any designer names on it. The chain's in good condition, and it looks like it's about 30 inches in length. Again, a decent piece. I actually don't really sell pieces like this unless it's at a garage sale or something. It's only the designer names that I sell. Or if it doesn't have to be a designer name, it could be just something that looks really special or unique. This is just a little stretchy. The stretch is going to break soon, so. And this is doesn't feel like glass, although yeah, and the stretch is definitely gone in that one too. But I like these beads right here. I also create my own jewelry creations using repurposed jewelry. Instead of sending it to the minefields or the landfills, I design brooches and necklaces with the old pieces. So I'll definitely use the crafting pieces, and I'll be doing some videos showing how I make these brooches and such, and I will be showing some of my designs. Yeah, I started at Instagram. You could find it at Michael A. Doer on Instagram and see some of my brooch designs. I actually sell them in consignment shops here in some of the higher end places. We have like a Rodeo Drive area in Palm Desert, and some people discovered my brooches, and they are allowing me to sell them in their store, and it's pretty cool. I've been blessed. Okay, so this says Soul Sisters. It looks like it's really small, and I don't think it's silver. I think it's a child's bracelet, probably stainless steel. Just opens and closes like that. And when I get the right camera, I have the right camera. I have all the lighting and everything. I just got to learn how to do it. I'm the computer came out when I was still in high school, so I'm not proficient in the use of computers. I didn't go to school for that. I've taken computer classes in college, but it's not something that we're good at what we like, right? And I don't. Computers is boring. Math is boring. Okay, this is a chain link necklace with clear crystal beads and some. These are like acrylic again with some bows. Anytime they use fabric or bows, it's it would be a really hard sale because they get so dirty. Okay, our next piece here is a beautiful vintage rhinestone bracelet. Look at that. It looks to be about 7 inches long, I'm assuming. We have, actually it's probably just at 7. I don't see any missing rhinestones. This is something that would sell on Etsy, definitely. Here's the back. You could probably get 20 bucks for this, I would say, considering its condition and there's no rhinestones missing. It's definitely vintage, or at least maybe from the 80s, I would say, or yeah. Here's an elephant link bracelet, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of nice. There is a name on there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have this huge magnifying glass. I left my loupe. Of course you're gonna make a mistake the first film, right? All right, what does it say there? Looks like TN. I'm not familiar with that brand. This is definitely vintage as well. It's not sterling. It doesn't feel like or look like sterling or have the patina of sterling. The next item is a choker single strand necklace with a faux pearl, and there's some rhinestones. See, I have to order a remote control so I can press the button and zoom in. That's going to be my next endeavor. Those are cute. I like all those things. Let's see. What else can I say? This is like a Horns bull. This looks like it's sterling. I kind of like that. Like a bullhorn necklace with a little bit of filigree work and some silverish looking or silver plated beads. Let's see. I have a magnet. So it's non-magnetic. The beads are non-magnetic as well. And I have a really strong magnet because I don't like to play around, you know what I mean? Of course I forgot my loupe, but you have to forgive me. I was working in a very busy bar tonight. And it's very loud in there. Sometimes I wake up and I hear Cher in my brain. Oh, look at this. Ooh, I like this. This looks like a Cookie Lee, but maybe it's Premier Designs. I'm going to show you right now. Just give me 1 second. What does that say? Oh my gosh. It's really, really just pathetic that I forgot my loupe. Oh, I can't see. It almost looks like it says Trifari, but look. These are like 8mm rhinestones with a gold back in excellent condition, probably 20 inches in length, with a hook clasp and a chain extender in excellent condition. with another little pink rhinestone right there. Wow, let's see if there's any rhinestones missing. This is nice. I love it. Rhinestone jewelry sells. People love rhinestone jewelry. Women, men, drag queens, whatever. The drag queens that I work with, they wear the cheapest jewelry though. Like, it's all an illusion for sure. All right, and this is a vintage pearl necklace, double strand with faux pearls. There's a little bit of flaking on the some of the pearls in a peach color, and it has a vintage clasp here. See if there's a name on there. Let me open it up. I'm sure the time that it was created, that this was very nice. It has a name on it too. You know this magnet that's worth $250. I think it only magnifies like 7 times or 10 times. And I'm not a spring chicken, so. All right, I need my loop. I know exactly where it is. Hey, let me go get it because this is ridiculous. I can't pause the phone or the camera. It's only going to take me 5 seconds. Oh, just bear with me. Boom, boom. Yeah, this is my first video. Okay, I have my loop. And my friend gave me this loop. Oh my gosh, it's a great loop. It's real heavy and it has 2 sides. Let me see. Let me see the name on this one first. If there is a name. The rhinestones. It says, no way. Trifari. This is a Trifari. This beautiful thing with no rhinestones missing is a Trifari. That's excellent. Okay. And did this have markings? I forget. Yeah. It probably says Japan, I bet you. Maybe not. Yeah, Japan. I was right. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years, and it's been a fun hobby. And, you know, I was a registered nurse for 18 years. And the intricacies of learning jewelry and all the names and all the designers and all the cuts of the stones and all the type of stones and blah, 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 blah is just as complicated as getting a nursing degree. I'm glad that I was here. We have a bangle bracelet. Of course, it's not going to fit my hands. I have man hands because I'm a man. Kind of like those drag queens. Some of them are pretty though. Like, I don't know. Not as pretty as a real woman, but this is 3 inches in diameter. It's not real gold. I can see a little bit of wear on the inside, and it's very light. But it does have some nice sparkle. No name brand. All right, what is this? This is a double strand, one of those necklaces that everybody knows about that gets tangled for 3 hours in your jar. This one's in really nice condition. You know, some high-end jewelry that I've seen that I didn't really care for too much. I love Tahitian pearls, right? But some of the nurses I worked with, they would wear these invisible settings with the pearls, and from a distance, it looked like they had moles. So yeah, don't wear an invisible illusion necklace with pearls that are dark, because from a distance it'll just look like you have skin issues. All right, so this is a sunflower earring, and sunflowers are my favorite flowers. I'm also an artist and I paint flowers. I'll show you some of those too, and some of the brooches that I plan on making, redesigning, repurposing the jewelry are going to be sunflowers. So I attempted it once and it started out good, and then I didn't end up using it. But hopefully the other one's in there. Um, yeah, I'm kind of, when you're an artist and you create something, when it's right. When you feel good and you can just let other people see it, and it wasn't like that. I think I gave it to the drag queens. I gave them a huge box of jewelry that I had. It must have weighed like 30 pounds. Stuff I can't sell, stuff that's not worth selling because, when you do your Etsy ads, it takes time, and time is money. This is a triple strand chain, silver tone necklace. Very nice. And even the clasps are nice. Look at that. Even the connecting pieces. And it has a tag. This is turning out to be a decent jar. Wow. From Goodwill. Which is shocking. It's a Monet. So this is a vintage Monet triple strand chain link necklace with the middle one obviously has a different pattern. And it looks like it's about 24 inches. And that's awesome. See if the clasp is still working. It's a hook clasp. That is awesome. So that's two really nice pieces so far. That is cool. Here we have a Winnie the Pooh. If you watch the niche lady, the thrifting niche lady, she always goes, "Oh, there's poo on the shelves." I'm like, haha, okay, enough about bowel movements. When you're a nurse, you've had enough of those already. And I don't want to talk about poo. He's a little fat bear that eats honey. Let's call him that. Anyway, this is a pretty necklace right here too. Tangled is all, you know what I mean. But I like the coloring. It's a gold tone with green. I would say iridescent beads and gold clear faceted beads. And I think I'm actually tangling it even more. You know what? I'm like, I can untangle while on camera. It's not going to be an issue. And you know what? I have to say, like, some people rush through their jewelry jars because I watch a lot of videos when I can because I enjoy it. You know, Texas Gal Treasures. I watch even Anita and Brighten Your Day. He's kind of funny. He's learning a lot. Like, I think he's surpassed me in knowledge, actually. Thelma Thrift, Kristen, all of them. I like all of them. They all have their own individual way of doing stuff. And they're all cool. They're all, everybody, we're all trying to make money and survive, you know what I mean? So, I'm not nursing anymore. I decided, I promised God I would do it for 15 years. I did it for almost 18. So it was time to stop. And I'm glad, I'm happy. I'm just kind of poor. It's okay. I also learned, life's not all about money. Okay, so this has a tag on it, and it says Liz Palacios of San Francisco. I've over the years found several designers from San Francisco, and their jewelry is always worth at least $40. So this is probably worth retail. I'm just guesstimating, but probably 70 to 100, and probably resell. I could probably get at least 15. It's something I might not list though, but I think it is pretty. Whoever she is, she has some talent with her color choices. This is a memory wire bracelet with green and white beads. I've actually never sold a memory wire bracelet, and I've had several sales and no one ever buys them. So, I even have some from Murano. And I don't know, there's certain things people don't buy. You know what I want to create is, I live in the Palm Springs area, so everyone's a little bit older over here. I'm finding that magnetic clasps really help older people put on their jewelry. So I also fix jewelry for some of my older female friends who live in the neighborhood, and yeah, they do like the magnetic clasps. So the one I really like, I like to gift her. She's so sweet. She's from England. She makes me like English food and things I've never heard of. She's really nice. Like some kind of lemon butter and some these little cakes They're filled with like raisins, meat pies, they're called, but they are good. It's not really meat. Look how cool this necklace is. That is really nice. That's another way, by the way, to make money. I have a thing I call the ladies who lunch, and they come over to my house, which I have jewelry cabinets filled with jewelry. And anytime I get new, oh, this is a Lucky Brand necklace. Bam! I can see the little shamrock there. See, if you don't know Lucky Brand, you'll see it's a little shamrock. Again, another designer brand. That's 3 in a row. That's very good. Oh my goodness. This is the best jar ever from Goodwill. I'm just kidding. There might have been 1 or 2 better ones, but I don't know. I doubt it. And this is Leah Sophia, another designer brand. Link chain and acrylic circles. Very nice. Probably like 24 inches in length. Leah Sophia, I've sold a couple items in my life. And I have a bunch. But I just try to focus on, Monet, Joan Rivers, Trifari, Swarovski, even stuff like Miriam Haskell, Dior, Tiffany. Whenever I find that stuff, Tiffany, I could list it today and it'll sell within 1 day. Like there's never a problem selling Tiffany. I have a Tiffany key that I want to sell. Look at this statement necklace, black beads. It almost looks like a mourning piece, like, something you wear to a funeral. Actually, not too many people know about mourning jewelry anymore, but it's definitely a statement piece. Let me see there's a tag on here somewhere. Here we go. What does that say? Okay, where's my loop? I know y'all can relate. The loop's right in front of you and you think you don't have it. Final touch? So it must... Final days. It is morning jewelry. The price tag is $20. Let's see what else we got in here. Because I don't know how long my phone is going to record. Even if it doesn't get all the way through, I'm going to just post it. Because I need some videos on there. Okay. Here we have it just looks like enamel work with silverish and black beads on a leather cord. Not leather, vinyl cord probably. And a hook clasp. It's kind of a space scene. I don't know where the camera focuses, so oh my gosh, I'm embarrassing myself. Here's another designer looking necklace. What does this say? Oh, Chanel, how nice. I'm just kidding. There's one store where I found not a lot of Chanel and a lot of, I even found a Shriner's brooch for $10. This says cachet. Is this 2 necklaces? I don't know. And there's my sunflower earring. Ha 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 ha. So we have a pair of the sunflower earrings. Those are cute. Actually, those would sell. You could sell those for $10 on Etsy for sure. Certain things sell. Cats, sunflowers, any kind of rhinestone. I was gonna try Whatnot, and I went through learning the whole computer and everything, like so I could do a live auction, but I wanted it to look professional. This is kind of a cool necklace. Look at that. It's a double strand, each held by these circular rhinestones, making a long drape, maybe 24, 28 inches. That is cool. Even though it's not a high-end designer, I don't believe. It's pretty. Oh, when I saw this in the jar, I'm like, I like it. This is definitely vintage. Let me see if it's damaged. Here we go. This is a good jar for $40. Absolutely. Here we go. A vintage rhinestone bib necklace. A small bib necklace. No missing rhinestones. With a lobster clasp. And it has a name tag. And it says... Oh, I've seen this one before, but I don't know the designer's name. and I can't zoom in, so maybe you could help me find out. That's another thing. Like, if you don't know their symbol or whatever, you're not going to be able to. It's harder to find out unless you have a Google Lens. Google Lens works, but oh, so I have two other YouTube channels, and uh, I forgot my password, so I don't have Google Lens available to me right this second. Here is a, I don't know what I would call that. This is kind of like a, just a multi-beaded, wooden beaded necklace with copper um, enhancements or decorative elements. I wouldn't say it's African. I think it's more like for a school teacher, if you ask me. All right, and then we have a neckband, neck collar, rhinestone, no name brand. Looks like it'd fit a big neck. Not, well, not my neck, but you'll see. I look like my picture, and I'm a big guy that sells jewelry. And here we go with another. Oh, M for Michael. That's my first name. But I definitely don't wear necklaces. I'll wear a ring. I'll wear a watch, and I'll wear cufflinks. Anything else? I don't think so. I don't like anything around my neck, and I don't understand. Like, I had some massive statement necklaces. I'll show you. I'm gonna give a whole tour of my whole collection of the important pieces I got on some of the newer videos when I have my other camera. This is just my first test run. This says you graduated. Graduated from what? Or are you graduated? I only had one sip of that thing and I'm acting silly. Let me see. This is a single rhinestone, looks like to me, rhinestone necklace. It has a name as well. Yeah, this is a good Goodwill jar. Usually, they put a lot of stuff. It says chrome. What does that say? Chomer. Chomer? I don't know. I'll have to look that one up. But that's what it looks like. Imagine it's a real diamond, like a 1 carat solitaire. VS, very very slight inclusions. Here's a ring. Speaking of very slight inclusions, this looks like a fancy cut, fancy round cut, rhinestone. I'm assuming it's rhinestone. I haven't found too many diamonds in my voyage into jewelry. Very few. I have gone on Shop Goodwill and bought a diamond pave bracelet, and I got it for like $140. But the diamonds are really small, but they're blue diamonds and white diamonds. It was very pretty. This is a child's, I don't know. That looks like a choking instrument. Don't let your child play with that. All right, the stretch is obviously wasted on this, but look at those beads. Beautiful. I have some necklaces like this from, the early 1900s. Flapper style necklaces with heavy glass faceted beads. I think they're really cool. It reminds me of Liza Minnelli. And this is more like a tribal or African themed wooden beaded necklace. I used to collect African art. I used to be able to name more African countries than some of the African nurses in my job. I was able to name 17. Try it yourself. See how many African countries you can name. And some of them have changed. Like Zaire is no longer Zaire. This is a I don't even know what you would call that. But it's like a clamper, not clamper, but a cuff bracelet with blue beads and several wires. It's in nice condition. I doubt it's silver. Just a couple more things, everyone. Oh man, you know what? If you get a leather cord tangled in with your stuff, like the kind of leather that's like suede and it stretches, oh, that can be hours of untangling. Oh, look how pretty that is. It is a horn again, but it's like translucent with some, it looks like a faux opal or opalite. That is cool. Opalite's one of my favorite things. Oh, here's another one. Well, I am Taurus, so maybe that's why I'm getting all these horns, or I'm just bullshitting everyone. Excuse my language. All right, and then another corded, and these are just plastic, but they're textured. They feel kind of like it has a kind of a rough surface. And then we have this. That's another thing that sells really good. Anything that has moon shapes. Anything with moons and suns, cats. Anyway, this is what is this? Oh, it's 2 necklaces. I'm sorry. Boho style, faux turquoise and wooden beads with gold paint. And this is a Sleepy Dream at the Moon, Steven Spielberg opening of the movie kind of scene. And a matching bracelet. Oh, there's a bunch of them. I don't know what these are. I think I saw Brighten Your Day open up a bunch of bracelets like these. I'm not familiar. I don't pay too much attention to these because I just don't have time to list them. Like, I wanted to join Whatnot. I mean, I got approved because they asked when you try to join Whatnot. I used the Niche Lady channel, and I used her name. And one of the questions they ask is, how much is your inventory worth? Well, I don't know, a lot. So I put down 20,000 because I do have a lot of jewelry. Um, and I got accepted the next day, so that was cool. But my computer that I bought like 8 months ago didn't have enough um, processing speed to work the camera and the signal from Whatnot using the program. You have to transfer it all into a program to put all those things on your screen, and the processing time on my computer wasn't adequate enough, according to a computer expert that I had. So in other words, I have to spend like $2,000 on a new computer to do Whatnot, which would be okay because I probably have like $5,000 worth of stuff that I could sell on there, and I wouldn't lose anything. This is real turquoise earring. Here's another ring. It's so nice to get rings in jars, don't you think? Look how pretty that is. It's almost like a cushion fancy cut or square cut or princess cut. Princess cut, but large. If this was a real diamond, it would be like 2.5 carats. Let me see the inside of this. It looks like it might be silver. I have my Presidium tester on, so I'm just going to look just for curiosity's sake. If it stretches all the way to the camera, we can both look at it together. I'll stand up so you can see it while I do it. But it's not, I don't think it's just glass. It's got to be a CZ. Yeah, it's a CZ because it just goes right past the red line of the glass. So that's cool. These Presidium gem testers are like $400. So you really got to start making some money selling these pieces to afford one. Unless you're a nurse, but I'm not a nurse right now. So yeah, that would be nothing like, oh, $400 really? Next, I'll buy 3 of them. Yeah, as a nurse, nurses make good money. I used to make good money. It's a great career. I got to help a lot of people. I saved people's lives, and God bless. Yeah, it was a blessing in my life. But now in my older age, I want to do art, and I want to do. I've always had a love for jewelry, and I'm going to make jewelry too, and I'm going to show you guys how to make jewelry. And you can see my Instagram, Michael Dougher, and I have a famous jewelry designer that follows my posts. I'm like shocked. I'll tell you who she is in the next video. She was one of the biggest designers in the 1970s and 80s. the biggest. I mean, she's known like, she's very well known. But I want you to watch my next video so you'll get to see. And I want you to check out my Instagram. Maybe you'll know who she is. I'll just say one thing. She did Vera Wang's wedding. All the jewelry for Vera Wang. She's very, very creative lady. She doesn't just do jewelry. I've seen some of her clothing, and she's definitely got her own style. No one, she's like Betsy Johnson, has her own style. You know what I mean? Chanel had her own style. Dior has his own style too. But I also love Nolan Miller and Joan Rivers and Shriner and a lot of different designers are really outstanding. Heidi Daus is a designer that I feel is going to be around for a long time. Her stuff is beautiful, very beautiful. Some of her brooches look even better than some of the Trifari from Alfred Felipe. Okay, so this is the last piece, and it is just it's just a quartz watch that they tried to make look like a Movado. Okay, so thanks for spending time with me, and I look forward to doing the next video. And I will show you some of the jewelry pieces that I make, as well as start showing you at the end of the video maybe 3 to 5 pieces of some of the, I think, extraordinary jewelry that I have found throughout the years in jewelry jars, and teach you. I also intend on teaching everyone about different gemstones, cuts and faceting of gemstones, etc., etc. So it'll be a learning channel, it'll be an artistic jewelry making channel, and it'll be a jewelry discovery channel. I haven't decided if I want to directly sell to the populace, but if I find that that could be financially beneficial for me, then I will do that. Okay, thank you for tuning in. And again, my name is Michael Dewar, and I'm One Jewelry Guy. Thanks.